Hello everyone, Rich here, back for another video of some description, and this time it's me playing on the PS1 emulator. I'm playing Toca Touring Car Championship from 1997, one of my favourite games, and we're going to do a championship mode on this game. We're going to do 2 rounds per video, hopefully 2 races per video. So we're going to do a championship, and we're going to do a new game, do a short championship, because the races are quite long, and I have to use my real name for this one because I couldn't get Richlarrousse in. And what we're going to do, we're going to choose a non-pixelated car, I think, because like I say, it's an emulator, so the cars are a bit pixelated. But anyway, there's the Renault Laguna in all of its pixelated glory. Then we've got the Peugeot 406, Nissan Primera, Ford Mondeo, Volvo S40, sorry, Vauxhall Vectra, Audi Quattro, and the Honda Accord. I'm going to pick the Honda because I think that's the best one. And we should go into the championship now. So, like I say, we're going to do 2 rounds of this, and it is on an emulator, so it may not work too brilliantly. And I've not played this game, well, I've not done a championship on this game, rather, for about 20 years. I remember borrowing this game off a friend, though, that time ago, so...
Welcome to the 1997 Toca Touring Car Championship.
It's Tiff Needell.
With several newcomers this season, the championship may be wide open. The opening rounds of the championship bring us to Donington Park.
Yay.
So, let's see how the first qualifying session is progressing.
I'm going to qualify. I'm only going to do 1 lap for this qualifying, because we'll be here all day otherwise. So, a little rundown of the game. It's one of the, not early Codemasters games, but a game which sort of sealed Codemasters' name into the simulator, well, yeah, I suppose simulation mode for what they are today, really, because they got the Formula 1 license, they got grid, they got dirt, and this game was the first in the series of what is now the grid games. You got Toca, which is this one, Toca Touring Cars, and you got Toca 2, which is the 98 season, and you got Toca World Touring Car Championship, or Toca World Touring Cars, which is not an officially licensed product in terms of official championships, but it had hundreds of cars over many championships, which is a very good game as well. I'll probably get on to doing that one soon as well. And then when it moved on to the PS2, you had Toca Race Driver, Toca Race Driver 2, Toca Race Driver 3. And then when it moved on to PS3, it became Race Driver Grid, or just Grid, I think. Then you had Grid 2, Grid Autosport, and things like that. So it's kind of kept the same premise. And I've already fucked this map up, so yeah, it's not going to go too well. So anyway, I'm going to do 1 lap anyway in the qualifying. I just want to get straight onto the race. Like I say, I've not done a championship in this game for well over 20 years. I mean, I remember borrowing this game with a friend back in 1998, and I did a championship then. I didn't progress very well, and since then I hadn't owned the game until about a couple of years ago, and I bought it cheap off a friend because he was getting rid of his PS1 stuff, and I thought I'd buy it. And I've only just got round to playing it, so I'm a bit rusty at this. I've done a few short races just to get into it, and now we're on to a medium difficulty championship. I think it's medium difficulty, I'm not really sure. But I'm already on to lap 2. I did say I was going to do 1 lap, so I think what we'll do, we will just do 1 lap. If I start at the back, so be it. I'll end qualifying.
With only hundredths of a second separating the first few drivers, we should have a cracker of a race on our hands.
Well, I didn't get pole, that's for sure. So Plato, Menu, Beeler, Bincliffe, Rydell, Tarquini, Leslie and Burt, that's the top 8. And I'm 10th. That's not bad. So Harvey, me, John Cleland, Anthony Reid, Derek Warwick, Paul Rajicic, Will Hoy, and Patrick Watts. Will Hoy there. The late great Will Hoy. He's a good driver, wasn't he? So yeah, I'm 10th, and I think I'll pick Derek Warwick as my rival. He's another local chap, he's another Hampshire driver, so I shall use him as my rival. And I shall use him as...
the first race is about to begin, so let's get down to the track and see who gets away in the lead.
So it's a 6-lap race, 20 points... Oh no! I forgot about that. It's a knockout championship. I've got to get 20 points... Is it per... Oh, imagine it's per... Well, per venue, I suppose. So I've got to get 20 points over the next race in this race for me to proceed. If I don't, the game's over, basically. And I'm not doing too well here. Alright, so there's a Volvo just going off the track. That's probably Kelvin Burt. And he's returning to the track. And I'm nearly crashed. So I'm not done too bad so far. Peugeot up front. Oh god, it's wiggly. God, the steering is really heavy on this game. I forgot how heavy it was. Let's get that Peugeot. Bastard, he hit me, he hit me. Right, I've got a teammate up ahead. A Volvo there, get out of the bloody way. And I won't have anyone dish the graphics on this game. I mean, for 1997, this is a really good looking game. I mean, by today's standards, it's appalling, isn't it? I love it. I don't care what anyone says about the graphics, and I'm doing quite well here. There. I'm on now 4th. So it's just an Audi up front and the 2 Renaults. The Renaults are always out in front, the 2 Williams Renaults. And I can't stop. Brakes. Jesus, the brakes are really not that good. So we've got driving views. We've got nose cam, a very ugly cockpit cam, and then 2 chase views. Okay, not much to go on. Audi. So it's a 6-lap race. That's not too bad. Audi's brake tested me. So I'm a bit rusty at this game, but I'm doing alright. I'm doing better than I expected. We've done 1 lap anyway. It's nearly 2 minutes a lap. I'm faster down the straights than them, so on the corners I'm a bit slow. The 2 Renaults are fighting each other, which is pretty good. I've stuffed it up already. Like I say, the brakes are not great and the steering is very heavy. I'm doing alright. So the 2 Renaults, that's Alan Menu and Jason Plato. I don't know who the Audi is in front. It could be Beeler or Bincliffe. My vote, it's Frank Beeler. Of course, he was the 96 champion, driving the Audi. And Alan Menu was the 97 champion in the Renault. So there, that's that. Just hit the Audi. Yeah, that was Frank Beeler. He's got number 1 on the car. Yeah, so that's Frank Beeler. I've just punted out the way. And up front we've got a Renault here, blue and yellow Renault. What's the number on that car? Can't see the number. But I imagine that's number 22, so that could be Plato. I think Alan Menu is number 2. I'm not really sure, but I'm up behind the Renault anyway. This is me going for the lead. Not bad for a 10th on the grid, eh? I might get off the grass. Oh, the steering is really heavy. And the only thing I can complain about this game in terms of the field is we don't have the independent cars. We don't have Matt Neal and Rob Gravitt and things like that. The drivers in the custom, well, not customer cars, but the independent manufacturers. You know, the people who buy their cars and race them rather than the big manufacturers. So that's the only downfall I think of this game. I think the field would be about 20 cars then, and I've just spun off. Shit. Okay. Come on. There we go. Another handbrake turn. I managed to keep the lead there. That's a good thing. Oh, a beeper. Forgot about that. I managed to keep the lead. So I'm not doing too bad. Okay. Ignore everything I just said. The steering is very heavy. When the back end of the car goes a bit wibbly, that the handling is appalling. But I can't complain. I don't know if it's a tyre wear thing. I don't know if there is tyre wear on this thing or if it's accident damage, but the car is not handling the way I'd like it. It's not too bad overall though. I could complain worse. There's the iconic Dunlop Bridge. That's not there anymore, sadly. I took that down in 2010 when they were trying to get the Formula 1 to compete at Donington, which ultimately failed. They're going to redevelop the track for Formula 1, but like I say, it all fell through. That bridge was taken down. I don't know where it is. I think Chris Evans bought that bridge, didn't he? Answers on the postcard. I think Chris Evans bought the Dunlop Bridge. I don't know if it's true or not. Could just be me making up stuff. But I heard a rumour somewhere. And just go back at the second place. Really struck. Oh, damn it. really struggling with the handling at the moment. I'm trying to use I'm using the D-pad, but the analog stick doesn't seem to. It seems a bit laggy. You know, so I can turn sharp left. It doesn't seem to respond. So I'm using the D-pad to control this thing. Oh shit! Around the back of him. So yeah, I'm having a bit of trouble with the control on this one, but I really love this game. And he's been in the wars as well, I think. No. I'll just give him a knock. I didn't mean to do that, but I had to do it. Oh shit, it's staring mad on this. Yeah, I think if I can try and keep this lead, I'll be okay. So yeah, I don't know the full story with that bridge. I think there was a rumour, I don't know if it was true, that Chris Evans bought the bridge, but it doesn't really matter. It's just me waffling on. I think the 97 season, which is we're competing here, is I just make another almighty mistake. It's sort of the beginning of the end, really. There's only 3 more seasons after this, 98, 99, 2000 afterwards, of the Super Touring. After that, the touring cars were sort of decimated, really, because virtually all the manufacturers pulled out at the end of 2000. And it was only Vauxhall, Alfa, Peugeot left, I think, and later MG. That was 2001. I remember the big wings, the big bodywork kits, and things like that. It was a real, a real letdown. But eventually, the field did get bigger, and I got the bloody headphone wire caught around the controller, which isn't helpful. But yeah, eventually the field did pick up again. I think by the end of 2002, the field had sort of quadrupled, I think. Can't quite remember the full SP, but yeah, it's not a disaster. Touring cars today, though, is completely different to what I remember. I mean, I still watch the touring cars now and then, but it's not the same as it used to be. I mean, I remember the Super Tourer days. I think 97, 98 were my sort of happier years in touring cars. Well, it's 96, 95 pretty good. 95 was the year when they brought out the big wings, big spoilers and things, and diffusers, and the cars did look a lot meaner. 1996 was about the same. You had BMW in 97, and they pulled out. No, 96, sorry. They pulled out at the end of 96. But we gained Audi in 96, so the whole thing is too bad. But I'm quite happy I'm winning. That's me sorted, really. So just get through this last chicane. The 2 hairpins. Oh no, we've got another lap. Yeah, I forgot about that. Don't know what the gap is to the guy behind. It will tell me in a minute. Well, 13 seconds up on my previous lap, I think. I'm just coming up the lap. The Peugeot and the... can't see, I think there's a Vauxhall front, isn't it? Peugeot there. There's John Cleland, Peugeot just whacked me. John Cleland in the red Vauxhall. Got a Nissan there. The 2 Fords. And Cleland has just lost it. I don't think I was this far ahead. No! I'm punted off by a Ford. What a bastard. I'm still ahead of the Fords though. Remember, did I set this as a medium championship or an easy championship? There's Derek Warwick in the white Vauxhall. He's my rival. We can just punt him off the track without punting myself off. So I was sort of thinking it must be an easy championship then, I can't remember. Sure I said it as standard, but okay, never mind. Yeah, I was going to set it as a long championship. The long championship was 18 laps for the first race. I didn't really want to do that. But we set out what we set out to achieve, or we've achieved what we went to set out, or set out to do, or whatever the bloody words are. And here we go, my first win, easy peasy.
Well, the new Honda driver has proved he can compete with the best with the first victory of his career.
Yeah.
Here's a rundown of the final placings.
And some replays of me spinning off. So I've won by 25 seconds. It must be on easy mode then. I'm sure I set it as standard mode. Oh well, doesn't matter. We won anyway. So yeah, John Clennon was last.
The pole position for race 2 has to be decided now. So let's join the second qualifying session.
I think we'll skip qualifying too. So this is for the second race. We'll end qualifying. We just go straight to the race.
A pretty awful session there for the new Honda driver,
yeah.
And he's going to be up against it at the start.
Good. So I'm going to start at the back, just for the challenge.
And now, let's join the second race of the day.
So I need 5 points. That's 6th place. And it's 6 laps again, so it's not too bad. Everyone's driving like a complete idiot again, as well as me. I'm being spun off. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, fudge. Okay, so let's start that again. Let's try and compete a bit more sanely. Yeah, it must be easy mode, the way the cars are not very fast in front. Although they're driving a bit dickheadly at the moment. 2 Vauxhalls at the back. And there's a Nissan, Peugeot, the green and gold car, and the 2 Fords, the blue cars. And I just punted one off, which is fun. I'm up to 10th already, so I'm in the points, that's not bad. Brilliant. Excuse me. I'm really struggling with those brakes. There's my teammate in 8th. Just a Honda man. Just flew around the corner. I try and punt him off. It won't work. Ow, he's hitting me. Quite a bit of damage to the side of my car, I didn't notice. All the windows are smashed. And I'm up to 5th. Oh god. Don't hit me! You hit me, you bastard! I just hit a sign as well and I'm in the ground. Oh, you get to spin the right way around, not me. Bastard. Did I lose anything? No, I'm still 6th, that's fine. I don't know who that Audi driver, sorry, I think that was, could be Binkley or it could be Beeler, I'm not sure. Yeah, oh, God, he's brake testing me then. Come on, let's go around the outside then. It's not very nice to AI, they are pretty brutal on this game, I will admit. Driving to the future, that sign says. Oh, the brakes. It seems that the steering and the handling are sort of very random on this game. You could get a clean corner, the next time you've got to brake hard and just wrestle the thing. The steering is not consistent. I mean, even now, struggling. Audi. This must be Beeler, I think. Has he got the number 1 on his car? Yes, he did. I think I can just read the number 1 on the side there. So that was Frank Beeler. the champion from last year, or 96. And up front is a Volvo, that's probably Ricardo Idell. And then in front of that, of course, is the two Renaults. The yellow and blue Renault. Pardon me. And I'm spinning again. I think that bridge there is gone as well, that advanced bridge. I think that was one they took down as well during the refit. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that one. I know the stone bridge is still there. I think that's a listed building, but the rest of it I think they took down during the reconstruction. Not sure. But, I want to see. Let's get rid of that Renault. Let's push it off the track. I think I might win this one. Bastard. No. Where's the track? Over there. Okay, let's try again. Oh, they're breaking half of that corner. I'll just drive around them, shall I? They're fighting with each other. Oh, another fastest lap as well. I'm 1:43.6. Brilliant, fastest lap. And just rally cross it round there. Into the old hairpin, and I'll spin again. Sort of the car just wanted to turn on its own going around there, couldn't even fight it. And the Volvo's up behind me again. Bastard. They always want to hit me when they go by. Brutality of the AI in this game. I'll give him a nudge. Yeah. Damn you. Yeah. The Renault's trying to join in now. Really struggling at the moment. I suppose because I'm not following anyone. It's easier to follow than not to follow. You know, you choose your racing line a bit better when you're following someone. Ah, you bastard! No! Ah, you shitter! He just crashed into the Foster's cab. Bastard! You let the two Renaults through. What an arsehead! Oh, the wheels has gone blown. No, it's just a clipping issue. Okay, let's get rid of Plato again. He's annoying me. I couldn't turn then. Weird. I'm using an Xbox controller, although an Xbox 360 controller. It's weird playing the PlayStation game with an Xbox controller, but that's the way things are. Like I said, I'm using the D-pad because the analog stick doesn't seem to have the not feedback, is it? I suppose it's just the sensitivity. I suppose I don't really know what the or response time. You turn the analog stick and the car doesn't want to turn. I suppose there is a way of adjusting that. I just can't be bothered. The D-pad works just fine. Get round. I'll get down the outside of him this time. Damn you. No, he goes off. You cut the chicane, you still kept the lead. Oh no, the other one's gone through, that's good, okay. I'm having second place off you then. God, he threw around that corner, didn't he? Yeah. Excuse me. And I just take the lead easy as pie. Or easy as piss, whichever you want to call it. There. Final lap. I'm in the lead. I'm doing wonderful. And as I say that, I spin off. No. I knew that's going to happen. Yes. So driving wonderfully, and I go and spin off, and then the Renault goes and wallops me. I think that was revenge for what I did to him. I'll just be happy to get beyond this event. Like I say, the steering is a bit vague at the moment. I absolutely love this game, and I'm trying to push him off the track. Not doing a very good job at it, but I got by him anyway. This is, like I say, my first time playing championship mode, and I think I'm doing alright. Where that Renault go? He's disappeared. Must have spun off. I'm with him with this shot here. There's the other Renault disappeared completely. He might have spun off, I don't know. A real hard time with the handling on this one. Let's try and get the last drop. Shit! I'll try and dive down the other side of it, but he brakes you, so I wasn't watching. Bastard, he's gonna win. Oh well. Second.
Well, in a race right up to the flag, it's Plato who comes away with victory.
Oh, it's Jason Plato.
So let's have a closer look at the final positions.
Yes, I got second. And the replay of when the Renault, or the Volvo, sorry, punted me off. Replay of the start where everyone punted me off. Yeah, not too bad. I think I had an accident with everyone in that race. So that was race 2 results. I was second. Yeah, didn't lap anyone that race.
Well, with today's races over, let's see the championship table.
I lead it.
It's still anyone's championship, but the new Honda driver is certainly looking good.
Yes, I am. I'm wonderful. Yes, to save the game. Reading memory card slot 1, and I think we'll call it a day after that. I know the next race is, well, the next 2 races are Silverstone, so that'll be interesting. They may as well load up. And we'll call it a day then. So just let the game load. So there's Silverstone the next round, and that's what we'll do. I shall call it a day now, and we'll come back with round 3 and 4 in the next video, and we'll leave it at that. So this is Rich, disappearing.
This is the renowned Silverstone circuit for the first of 2 visits this season.
Let him talk.
The first qualifying round is just...
Like I say, this is Rich signing off, logging off, disappearing, and I shall return with round 3 and 4 in the next video. So bye for now.